to the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Let's talk about a big possibility that could change the game for us next season. Insider Anthony Slater made a bold prediction. He believes the Warriors are about to make a significant trade during the 2024 to 2025 season. And guess who's at the center of the speculation? Jimmy Butler. Jimmy is a name everyone has heard of, and with his contract on the line, he's determined to have a big season to secure a substantial payday by opting out of the final year of his contract next summer. Butler not only wants to shine, but is also focused on leaving his mark in the league, and that could mean a perfect fit with our very own Steph Curry. Since joining the Miami Heat, Butler has been a force of nature, but he has also faced his challenges. He has missed a considerable number of games and has never played more than 64 games in a single season with the Heat. And with our focus on keeping Steph happy and on the path to another title, the question is, would Jimmy be a good addition to our quest for another championship? But let's analyze this more deeply. If the trade were between Jimmy and Jonathan Kaminga, who would really benefit? Pat Riley, the genius behind the Heat, would clearly be looking for youth and potential. Kaminga has shown that he can be an incredible athlete and a future superstar. So, would Riley be interested in a younger, more athletic player in exchange for a veteran like Jimmy? Think about it. Would the Warriors be willing to take the risk and let Kaminga go to secure a player who could be the missing key piece to get us back on top? It's a risky move, but if everything goes right, Butler could be exactly what we need to give that extra push in our title chase. And what if the Warriors decide to keep their young star? We could be looking at a season where Jimmy Butler gives his all to prove his worth, averaging 25 points and playing almost every game. After all, he knows that every game counts, and the pressure is on him to secure his future in the league. How do you see this situation? Do you think Jimmy Butler would be a good addition to the Warriors? Or would you prefer the team to continue betting on the development of players like Kaminga? Let's discuss in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to not miss any updates on the movements of our beloved Warriors. The big question now is, who could be the target? The idea of bringing Jimmy Butler into the conversation is intriguing. Imagine the possibility of pairing him with Steph Curry. Butler, with his winner mentality and ability to make plays in clutch moments, could be exactly what the Warriors need to aim for another championship. With his experience and ability to make decisive plays, he could complement the team's dynamics, especially with Klay Thompson's departure. However, it's important to consider the current situation of the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, who's already turned 35, has had his struggles with injuries and hasn't played more than 64 games in a single season since joining the Heat. This raises questions about his durability and whether the Warriors would be willing to risk part of their future in exchange for a player who may not be at his best. Moreover, what would the Heat demand in return? A package that includes Jonathan Kaminga could be a possibility. Kaminga is a rising young talent, and if Pat Riley is thinking of rejuvenating the team, he could be a valuable asset. But, of course, this leaves Warriors fans wondering, is it worth sacrificing the future of a promising player like Kaminga for a player nearing the end of his career? In fact, the decision to trade Jimmy Butler goes far beyond what happens on the court. It involves Pat Riley's vision and how he wants to shape the franchise for the future. Riley is known for seeking stars who can make an immediate impact, and he may see potential in Kaminga. After all, if he believes that Jimmy can be a crucial factor in taking the Heat back to the top, the trade might make sense. Meanwhile, the conversation about the winner culture in Miami also cannot be ignored. The Heat is known for its work ethic and the discipline that Pat Riley imposes. This could be an interesting shift for the Warriors, who also have a strong culture but have gone through some turbulence in recent seasons. As a Warriors fan, I believe the idea of bringing Jimmy Butler to the team would be a bold move, but one that could be worth it. Butler's playoff experience and ability to make decisive plays in critical moments are exactly what the Warriors might need, especially with Klay Thompson's absence. A partnership between Butler and Steph Curry could create a lethal offensive dynamic. Butler has a physical game that would complement the Warriors' more fluid style, and he also brings a competitive mindset that can inspire and elevate the team's level. Additionally, Butler's defense is exceptional. He could add an extra layer to the Warriors' defense, something the team has struggled to maintain in recent years. However, I also recognize the risks. Trading a young talent like Jonathan Kaminga could be a huge mistake in the long run, especially if Kaminga continues to develop as expected. He has incredible potential and could become a star in the future. I think that if the trade were to be considered, the Warriors would need to carefully evaluate how Butler would fit into the team and what the real cost of this negotiation would be. It would be a decision that could change the direction of the franchise, both in the present and in the future. In the end, it all comes down to what the Warriors value more, an immediate title shot or building a promising future with young talent. I'm excited to see how the team navigates these possibilities and what decisions will be made next season. What do you think? Would you like to see Butler on the Warriors? If the Warriors decide to move forward with a trade for Jimmy Butler, it could also open up space for a series of interesting strategies. Butler's presence could relieve some of the scoring load from Steph Curry, allowing him to play more off-ball and focus on creating opportunities for his teammates. This could result in an even more dynamic offense, where Butler could be the facilitator on certain plays while Curry and other players like Chris Paul exploit their shooting abilities. Additionally, Butler's leadership will be invaluable for a roster that already has a strong veteran base but is still seeking cohesion and continuity in its dynamics. He brings a win-at-all-cost mentality, something that could galvanize the group in critical moments, such as the playoffs. His experience in high-pressure games could be the deciding factor in a tight playoff series. However, the cost of this trade is something that cannot be overlooked. Trading Kaminga, who has the potential to become an all-star, and possibly some draft picks, could be a risky decision. The team would have to consider whether Butler's potential to lead the Warriors to an immediate championship justifies the loss of a young talent that could develop into a star. And this is especially relevant in a scenario where the league is increasingly valuing young, versatile players. In the end, it all comes down to balancing the present and the future. If the trade happens, I'd like to see how the Warriors would adjust their rotation and playing style to maximize Butler's impact. Also, what would happen to other players on the roster? The Warriors have deep talent, but how would they handle the changes in their responsibilities? As a fan, I can't wait to see how the coming weeks and months unfold. The trade market is always exciting, and the Warriors have a unique opportunity to make a move that could shape their next era. Do you think the team should take that step and risk the future for a title now?